Vegas casino operators must be hitting the panic button right now because something just happened in this town which hasn't happened since the Great Recession. It's become obvious that they have major gaps they have to fill, and they found themselves in a trap. And in this video, we're going to look at the latest numbers that come from the LVCVA, that's the Convention and Visitors Authority, what they reveal about what the casinos are experiencing right now, and what they need to do to get you back into town. Why nobody's coming? Well, it's fairly evident. It's the economy, stupid. My name is Steven, this is NLLV. Let's get on with it. So every month, the LVCVA, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, puts out numbers and stats. And although a lot of you guys in my live streams and in my channel say that Vegas is busy as ever because an influencer told you so, you have to make a choice right now. It's very important. Listen up. You can continue listening to your favorite influencer online who goes out and, does a live stream on Friday or Saturday when there's always people in town with big events. Or you can listen to the LVCVA, an agency that has no vested interest in lying to you and provides the data on a regular basis and actually gets it from the horse's mouth, these casino companies. The choice is yours, but it should be clearly evident right now that something's broken. Nearly every single measurement that we have on this list that we're going to report on has dropped. It continues to free fall. And companies like the Fontainebleau behind me, companies like the Resorts World across the street, they don't know exactly what they're going to do. See, Vegas has a unique problem that it's never actually had before. Because compared to last year, the weekend occupancy rate actually only went down by 1/10 of 1% point. But it's that midweek crowd. That value gamer, I call you the value traveler, they call you the low quality player, just so you know, we've said that in videos here before on the channel. It's those kinds of people who are not coming to Vegas in the middle of the week. But why the middle of the week? And how about are the numbers? See, the middle of the week is prime time for people to come in and get midweek deals. Everybody knows that Vegas gets busy on the weekends, especially in the fall. I mean, pretty much every professional sports league starts up, conventions start coming back into town. But conventions were one of the worst things in this entire report. Either the economy's so broken that businesses don't want to travel, or the companies just don't see Vegas as a very good value. See, conventions play a really important role in Vegas's economy. This is what they do to fill rooms when tourism dips because of seasonal reasons. And tourism always dips in September. People are back to school. Summer season is over. But conventions were down 18.7% in September versus last year. And I think it's about time we stop making excuses. We need to stop saying things like, well, maybe that big show that always shows up and skips Vegas every other year just skipped Vegas. Because how many months have we had now with an over 10% decrease in conventions? Yeah, some shows do that. They go to Vegas one year, Canada the next, Europe the third, and then come back to Vegas on the fourth. But too many of these months have skipped. That means Wall Street, big companies, they're watching their bottom dollar. Like, look at Caesars right now. This is the big story out of Vegas right now. Caesars stock. I mean, Caesars Entertainment is a company that came out of a buyout in 2019, and they've done pretty much everything wrong, but they're getting double down pounded by this economy that we're in right now. That stock has decreased in value so much this year that it was actually delisted from what's called the S&P 500, which are the 500 largest cap companies. And instead, they were put on the S&P 600. This is for small cap stocks. We're going to do a whole video on Caesars Entertainment and their stock and their financial situation because I feel like they could be heading into risk of a fourth or third bankruptcy. I don't know how many it's been for them. So subscribe to the channel for that. But what's really strange is that while these casino companies have been profiting off your backs by charging ridiculous fees and just raking in the cash, they're also climbing on the stock markets themselves. I mean, look at Las Vegas Sands, look at Wynn. They're making money because they're overcharging you. But the question I have for you is, why aren't you making money on those companies? Why don't you play that market? And I've been telling you for years, you guys got to start thinking about this stuff. So years ago, I started trying to figure out how to take advantage of the companies that take advantage of all of us. And so I trade those markets in the morning and I just go in, $50 here, $100 there, pay some bills, I'm done for the day. And it all stacks up and it all adds up real fast. So question for you, are you looking to take advantage of the companies that take advantage of us? Are you guys looking to learn a skill nobody can take away from you? Maybe you pay a bill or two, possibly. Would that be life-changing for you? And if the answer is yes, then check this out. I have a special deal for the first 10 people watching. It's my own course. It's called 1K a day. I'll show you what I look for the same patterns that happen every day. Anybody can do it. Kids can do this stuff. You click a button when it goes up. You click a button when it goes down. How hard could it be? So you go to 1kday.diy, you type in the code 16, you get it for 90% off. You learn how you guys can finally get something out of these markets you hear so much about, and you guys participate in your future. I don't know if that's interesting to you. You're probably not going to click the link. Why would you bother, right? You're just going to keep not being able to afford here for the weekend, for the midweek, because that's the main thing right now, right? I said we have a strange thing, and something that's not happened since 2008 happened. Yeah, that's the midweek is a problem. So when we talk about occupancy in Vegas, we have to section it off into two different stats. We have our weekend occupancy, we have our midweek occupancy. Then we blend that together. That gives us our total occupancy overall. So occupancy on the Strip fell from 87% last year in September, which is respectable. I mean, it's nothing to shake a stick at, but it's good, to 81.3% this year. So that's our weekend occupancy. I mean, we had Bill Hornbuckle bragging about how the Excalibur had a 99% occupancy back in September. That was for the big holiday, Labor Day. Come on, Bill. We're not stupid. You must think we're stupid. Of course they think we're stupid because of the prices. Midweek occupancy matters a whole lot. This is what fills in gaps. This is what gets more room revenue and more gambling revenue in the city's coffers. And that fell from 81% to less than 75, meaning that for every 1,000 rooms in town, there was 250 of them just sitting literally empty. And think about every 250 rooms that are unoccupied during midweek like this. Every room that goes unoccupied means that nobody has to clean the room. Every room that goes unoccupied means that there's a bartender who's going to see less people. There's somebody working in a retail shop that doesn't need to service somebody. And this just creates unemployment in Vegas. And we're going to do a video on the unemployment rate in Vegas, which we share number 2 next to California with as the ranking across the country. So be sure to subscribe. And I need to leave because this guy behind me is pacing on his camera, on my camera. And I don't like that. And I get a little worried and a little cautious in this part of the Strip. Subscribe to the channel if you're getting anything out of this, if you're 1% better. Let's talk next about Harry Reid Airport, international tourists, and that thing that hasn't happened since 2008, since the Great Recession. Yeah, at Harry Reid International Airport, it's not fun times. Airport traffic is down 6.4% coming into town. And I'm starting to think it really may be an international thing, but I can't believe that there would be that massive of a drop. You're not telling me that over almost 300,000 people come here every single year from international in September, right? But how come California drive-in traffic is up? This is a weird stat. Listen to this. Yeah, instead of being down, all the drive-in traffic, which we haven't had reports on in some months, I don't know why, all the traffic highway coming in was up 2.5%. And the outlier was Californians. Even with the nation's #1 unemployment rate, even with the state literally eternally on fire in a lot of cases, even with all the turmoil California seems to be going through, and we love Californians. Come on, nobody's lying if they say they would move to California if they had $100 million in the bank. We still have a 3.4% increase at the Nevada-California border. So maybe those room deals are working. Maybe we just needed to lower the rates. The problem with that is, and we're going to make a video about this, so subscribe to the channel. The problem with this is that they call those people the undesirable riffraff. And I think I have proof, so subscribe for that video coming up. But then we get to the big thing. The big, giant, ugly, disastrous thing that hasn't happened since 2008. It's the one metric that matters most to casino companies, and it's the thing that all throughout the summer, they were saying, well, at least we have this. And that would be the casino gaming revenues. How much money was spent in these big crystal palaces that keep the city and the casino companies profitable. And that would be the resumption of a declining take on gaming for casino companies across the state, across the Strip, across everywhere except for local casinos. Yeah, that's right. Gaming dropped. The gaming take of these casino companies dropped 5.5%. It actually dropped across Clark County as well. I'll put the numbers up next to my head. And the last time this happened in this exact same pattern was the Great Recession. That's what's so crazy and absolutely terrifying in a way about all this. So this year, Vegas saw 4 steady months, February, March, April, and May, of declining gaming revenues. This was followed by 3 months of increasing gaming revenues and then 1 month of a decline. And the last time that happened was 2008, 2009 during the Great Recession. I mean, if you've watched this far, do you notice how I've been changing the camera angle? Where are all the people? This property behind me cost $4.5 billion. And it has no foot traffic. whatsoever. And what's funny is that this time we're told it's internal factors, it's greed, it's nothing to do with the economy at large. Of course, in 2008, 2009, it was all about the global banking crisis. But do I really believe that? The question is, do you really believe that? Because a few months ago, I made a video about how Vegas predicts every recession. And I think this one is no different. I think we are deep in the heart of a recession, but they've simply changed the term and what it means. Because all of this doesn't indicate economic prosperity to me. But then here's the good news, right? And the good news is that for every month that Vegas sees a decline in visitorship or a drop in its gaming revenues, it means another month that casino CEOs are forced to resign themselves to the fact that they've been essentially ripping off the little guy this entire time. This means more deals for regular travelers who just want to come to Vegas like it was in the past. A place where you didn't constantly pad the pockets of giant casino companies so they could make profit after profit quarter after quarter. And as these changes come to Vegas and the economy in general, we'll be sure to comment on them here and create great content for you, so you can fully understand the changes that are coming. And if you're just browsing through and you feel even 1% smarter than when you came in, be sure to give me a subscription. It's free, doesn't hurt, and it keeps you in the loop on when I do videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, except the World Series is tomorrow, so today is Thursdays, and live streams to boot. So if you do like my style and you're at least 1% smarter, you're gonna love my course 1K a day. So head on over to 1kaday.diy, type in the code 16 at checkout, get it for 90% off so you guys can benefit when these companies make money off the backs of people like us. And if you want to know how the casino death spiral really started and what trap these casino companies are in, check out this video right up here. It'll explain it all. Until we meet again, my name is Steven. This is NLLV, and I look at the camera and I say thanks for watching. We say 3, 2, 1, and click!